What's going on, ballers? OTB Spreads prediction show for NBA February 11th. I will be giving you more of these when we have larger NBA slates. We have a full slate today, a lot of games, and I want you guys to know what side I lean to help you make better, more informed decisions, win more bets, clear more wagers, and this is where we're at. Let's get straight into it. Milwaukee Bucks, Orlando Magic up first. So we got the Milwaukee Bucks in Orlando. Bucks getting 10 points. The Magic have been terrible against the spread this year. Great team. I do believe they'll turn it around at some point, hopefully. We're here at the All-Star break. It's about that time the Magic start to turn a corner. I just don't see it being today. I think the Bucks come in here. They keep it competitive through 4 quarters. This 10.5 is relevant. Give me the Bucks plus 10.5. All right, next up, Washington Wizards at Cleveland. James Harden, now Cleveland Cavalier. Cleveland Cavaliers have been terrible against the spread all year. It's a lot of points delay. Wizards are getting 18. I'm going to lead on the side of the Wizards. If you wanted to take an alt line here and pair it with something else, I don't hate that as well. I think the Wizards come out and these guys keep it relevant tonight. I see them losing by about 14 or 15. Give me the plus 18 for the Washington Wizards on the road in Cleveland. Let's keep it moving. Atlanta Hawks in Charlotte. No Miles Bridges. Couple guys suspended. I think this is a get-up spot here for Charlotte, man. This line has seen a lot of movement. I saw it earlier today at plus 5.5 for Atlanta. I really liked that play. I thought that could be very relevant. I don't see Atlanta getting drilled here, but I do like Charlotte on the money line. I do think they win. And I'm not scared to lay the minus 3.5 because if they do win, I see them winning by 4 to 6 points, but it will be a sweaty one. I don't think they blow Atlanta out here. Atlanta's been playing good ball recently, a lot better ball than they had been the previous weeks. I just believe they're going to come out with some urgency, some physicality. Concanoopel has a great game tonight. LaMelo Ball gets his assists up, gets everybody involved. He looks like that LaMelo Ball that can score and assist and create plays for others. So tonight, I like Charlotte minus 3.5. We have to believe in it. They did just drop their first game out of their last 10. They won 9 in a row. They lost this last one against the Pistons when they had the brawl. But I think this is a get-right spot at home. We're going to come out with some momentum with no Miles Bridges, and we're going to see the Hornets come out and win. I think they end up winning by 6 to 8. Worst case scenario, they just cover at 4. But yeah, give me the minus 3.5. I'll lay the points. On to the next game, Chicago Bulls, Boston Celtics. Another scary line here, guys. This is one you're going to want to take a look at that injury report just a little bit. Reason being is there's still rumors that a couple guys may sit tonight on this game. Not sure when you want to lock this bet in. And it's pretty much on the side of the Bulls. It doesn't look like they're going to have a lot of their starters tonight on the Bulls. I think that Buzelis is probably going to be one of the very few. I think Jaylen Brown does play, but this could be a rest spot right before All-Star break. Jaylen Brown may rest, but I don't believe that's going to be the case. I think that the Boston Celtics come in here and drill the Bulls. Bulls do have a talented bench, but if I'm going to take a side here, I don't love laying 13.5 points, but this should be a drill spot for the Celtics with a bunch of bench players on the Bulls. Give me the Celtics minus 14. Let's keep it moving. Next up, Pistons, Raptors. And hey, Pistons didn't lose a lot of players. They didn't lose a star player in that brawl like the Hornets did. They didn't. They just didn't lose somebody like that. They have Duncan Robinson. They got Cade Cunningham, Tobias Harris. They got all those guys active tonight. And with that said, in Toronto is a better team when they're at home. They have been tough and gritty at home. But I think this is another spot for the Pistons, right? The Pistons come into Toronto. They play good ball right before the break. They close them out. Give me the Pistons minus 1.5 with great value at minus 102. I like the Pistons in this spot against Toronto tonight a lot. Even though Toronto's been a different team at home than they are on the road. Give me the Pistons on the road in Toronto, minus 105. Let's keep it moving. Maybe one of the favorite games of the night, Knicks and 76ers. A lot of talk about this one. This is a big game in the East, man. 76ers have looked great as of late, but it looks like Embiid may not play this evening. And if Embiid definitely sits with that knee injury, that's going to change things up because Karl Anthony Towns is definitely playing tonight. And Karl Anthony Towns is an X factor. I believe that Joel Embiid will play. I know that they said he has a sore knee and all this other stuff, and they may manage it. But I believe that Karl Anthony Towns plays tonight. Joel Embiid plays tonight. We get a full slate, full roster between these two teams right before the break. And with that said, I got to go money line here, plus 114 on the Knicks. I get 76ers have been great. Edgecomb's been playing great. Barlow, Embiid, Maxey, all those guys have been playing really solid. But you're going to give me Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, Mikal Bridges, Shamet, these guys. I know they're without OG tonight, but they should have Josh Hart going. And Josh Hart's an X factor. When Josh Hart is on the floor for this team, they are completely above, leaps and bounds above all the other teams in the East, in my opinion, when Hart is on the floor. There's nobody that can hang with these Knicks in the East when they are playing well. Cleveland is not the same team anymore out of the East. Magic are too inconsistent. There is nobody in the East that is relatively close, in my opinion, to the Knicks out of the East this year when Josh Hart is healthy, when OG's knocking down shots, when Jalen Brunson is in his bag. So with that said, give me the Knicks money line tonight. Knicks money line plus 114. I don't need the points. I think they win it outright. Let's keep it moving into the next one, guys. So we got Pacers Nets up. Once again, this is a big slate. Like I said, we have talked about 5-6 games already, and we're not even outside of the 7:30 slate yet. This is a really big slate, everybody. So Pacers Nets, this is a tough one to handicap because the Nets have been solid at home and the Pacers have been streaky. Look, they just played a really solid game yesterday on a back-to-back here. And this is what scares me a little bit. You know, they played the Knicks really tough last night. And I think that they could come out and play the Nets just as tough tonight. And with that said, you're giving me plus 6.5 on a Pacers team that just came off a back-to-back. And I know the Nets are rested and all this other stuff, and you make that argument. I just like the Pacers in this spot, man. I think they might even steal the money line win here. I don't hate that if you wanted to take a little bit of action on that money line. Give me the Pacers plus 6.5, and let's keep it moving to the All-Star break. Next up, Trailblazers, Timberwolves. Another one to watch the injury report on. I do believe Anthony Edwards plays, but this is one of those spots where sometimes the superstars will rest right before the break. Not always the case, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a fairly healthy superstar rest today. You know, that load management stuff is real, especially right before the break here. Wouldn't be surprised to see somebody like Edwards rest. But with that said, they're playing Portland. Portland is coming into Minnesota. Minnesota, once again, is a different team at home. They play much better ball at home. But this Blazers team has been pretty fucking healthy here lately. They've gotten back healthy. They got Drew Holiday. They got Donovan Clingan. They got Kamara, Jerami Grant. Denny's back. They're all healthy and looking good again. Only thing that concerns me a little bit is Shaedon Sharpe is not in there tonight. And Shaedon Sharpe is kind of needed on the perimeter to give them just a better scoring option. They don't have anybody out there on the perimeter. I just don't think Denny is a good enough shot creator to rely on in a deep pressure situation, in a close game like that. Maybe I'm wrong here, but I want to go Minnesota Timberwolves minus 5.5. That's the side I'm going to lean. Reason being is if Shaedon Sharpe was in tonight and you were giving me 5.5, I am going Trailblazers all day. This feels like a spot for the Timberwolves to right the ship, get a win right before the break, carry some momentum. And minus 5.5. Yeah, give me the Timberwolves. Let's keep it moving. All right, y'all. We're into the later slate now. Starting to work our way out west. LA Clippers, Houston Rockets. Clippers in Houston. And these teams just met the other day, man. Played recently. I like what I'm seeing out of the Clippers. Honestly, I really am. Plus 8.5 feels like too many. Give me the Clippers plus 8.5 for a Rockets team that has been struggling. The offense has not looked sharp. Şengün hasn't rebounded the ball that well. And with that said, I like the Clippers in this spot on the road versus the Rockets, getting 8.5. I don't see this being a double-digit win. Give me the Clippers plus 8.5. Let's keep it moving. Miami Heat versus the Pelicans. This is a sleepy spot, I feel like, for the Heat. I feel like the Heat here could get got. It's looking like they're without Norman Powell tonight. And with that said, I gotta go Pelicans here at home right before the break. There is going to be one or two upset games here. We can't go, and I get it. They're the dog. Actually, the Miami Heat are the dog today. They're plus money, but they just don't have enough people going. You know, from what I'm reading on the injury report, there's not enough guys going tonight for the Heat for me to say, oh yeah, this is going to be a Heat win. So give me the money line, Pelicans minus 122. Let's keep it moving. I like that call. Pelicans tonight. They're healthy. They got Derek Queen going. They got Trey Murphy. They got Zion Williamson. They got their full team really out there. Herbert Jones. So give me the Pelicans minus 122 on the money line. All right, y'all. Let's get into the next one. Memphis Grizzlies at the Denver Nuggets. Nuggets are healthy. They got a full team going tonight. I like this game. I like this spot a lot. Man, the Grizzlies have been covering a lot of spreads here lately. A lot. They have been playing really good ball. Obviously, they had shaken some stuff up at the trade deadline, getting rid of Jaren Jackson. But the Nuggets are healthy tonight. They got Braun going. They got Cam Johnson, Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic. There's nobody that can cover Jokic. Nobody can cover Jamal Murray. I know that they got, you know, this Spencer Jones kid and this Scottie Pippen Jr. kid and Kyle Anderson. I think I got the Spencer Jones kid mixed up with the other guy. But yeah, man, long story short, whoever I'm getting mixed up doesn't matter. I just said the top names. That's all you need to know. Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray. Then you pepper in a couple guys healthy in there, along with Christian Braun, Cam Johnson. I think these Denver Nuggets ball out tonight. I think they beat them by 20. They cover the spread. Let's keep it moving. All right, probably featured game of the night. Thunder, Suns. What side do we go? Give me the Suns. I'm not even going to spend a lot of time on this one. I know that the Thunder are slowly getting healthy again. They're still without SGA. Jalen Williams is back. But man, Dylan Brooks, Devin Booker, Mark Williams, Royce O'Neal, Gillespie, Grayson Allen. I don't believe Grayson Allen's playing tonight, but Gillespie's good as hell, man. That boy can shoot the ball. Go ahead and give me the plus 7.5. That's too many points. This should be a much lower game. Plus, I get it, Thunder are the Thunder, but this game should not be plus 7.5. Give me the Suns plus 7.5. They are one of the top teams against the spread. They are the top team against the spread this year. Sorry, let me rephrase that. The top team in the NBA against the spread is the Phoenix Suns. And they're going to do it again tonight at plus 7.5 until the books wise up and stop giving them positive points. Let's keep it moving. Give me the Suns plus 7.5. Two more games on the slate tonight. Kings, Jazz. Probably shouldn't spend too much time on this one. Kings and the Jazz. Kings are ass. Jazz, you saw what they did the other night. I really don't want to give a take on this one. I think that both of these teams are in bona fide tank mode. I think both of these teams are over the hill as far as, well, Kings are over the hill. And then you have bona fide tank mode with the Jazz to be up 17 in the third quarter and then have that just shit the bed and they bench their starters and the whole investigation piece. Yeah, it just didn't look good on them. But from a handicap standpoint, at home in Utah, doesn't look like most of the guys are playing for the Kings tonight that have been playing this year. Levine, Westbrook, blah, blah, blah. It looks like it's going to be DeRozan really and that Ronald kid. Markkanen and Jaren Jackson's playing, Ace Bailey, Isaiah Collier. With that said, give me the Jazz minus 5.5 all day long. If they blow this one, investigate their ass. That's all I got to say. Jazz minus 5.5 should be an easy win. They should cover easy. No reason they don't. Last game of the night, we move on to it. Golden State Warriors, Spurs. Spurs are in Golden State. Golden State Warriors have been a weird team to handicap the last few weeks without Steph Curry. Sometimes they show up and this Pat Spencer kid balls the hell out, keeps them relevant, and they cover the spread. I don't see that being the case tonight. Give me the minus 7.5 on the Spurs. I know that the Lakers took them to, they were able to cover that plus, I want to say plus 10, what it was. They didn't cover the outright spread at minus 7, but I think it's a similar case here for the Warriors tonight. I think the Warriors lose by about 10 to 11, and they just miss covering the spread. Give me the minus 7.5 San Antonio Spurs. Feels like a great play, great spot for them. Let's get it. Let's go. All right, guys. That's it. That's it. Favorite plays of the day or... All right, guys. That's it. OTB preview show. That's my take on NBA, what sides I lean. I appreciate you guys tuning in, going through this with me. Make sure to like and subscribe. I really would appreciate that. It's a channel that I'm trying to grow. You guys helped me grow my Instagram from 0 to 12,000 followers in under a year. I would love to see us do the same thing with YouTube. So I appreciate you guys, man, more than you know. Let's win some money. Let's run it up. And let's book the one way. Let's go.